Good evening. My name is April Hickman, and I am interviewing Terrence Bolton, who is the Student Government Association SGA president. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great to be here with you today.
Oh, pleasure.
I have 4 questions I'm going to ask you today. It's pertaining to SGA.
Okay.
How you become such a big figure on the campus, because I'm pretty sure freshmen look at you and
yeah,
like, oh my God. Okay, so my first question is, what is the Unity Administration?
The Unity Administration is a concept that I came up with after being at Texas Southern University for a 3-year period. I noticed that there was a great division, and within that division it came an opportunity for the students to begin working together. Now, in that division, basically the way I saw it was, law school is over here, the track area and athletes, they're over here.
Yeah.
Everybody was just completely separated. So what I thought was, why don't I grab a bunch of students from different walks of life who have a governmental practice, instilling them the same values and thought processes that I see as a vision, which is in direct line with what Dr. Rudley sees as a vision for TSU, and make an administration about it.
Yeah.
And the concept actually worked. Unifying nations inside the yard. That's what unity stands for.
That's actually great. You came up with that so everyone won't feel separated, like, okay, I'm over here, I'm over there.
Yeah.
There.
It's the inclusion that makes a successful university.
That's awesome. So I have another question. What are the different resources available to students that will offer a greater college experience in your opinion?
Well, to be completely honest, since I took this office, I've noticed that there are an abundance of resources that the students are not even aware of. And I have a problem with that.
I know.
I have a huge problem with that. Financial aid alone is something that people are not very knowledgeable about. So my executive comptroller, Raven Reed, when we have SGA week, she has pulled all of those assets, all of those resources, because who doesn't like free money?
Right. I know I'm going to school for free.
Exactly. So we're trying to identify the problems, and that's what we took the fall semester to do. Now you got to remember, our terms only last for a year, so we have to identify the problems quickly, and then we have to sort of implement a resolution just as fast. We took the fall to identify a lot of the problems. We're taking the spring to put some resolution with those problems. Financial aid is definitely one of them. I do know that there's a shortage of computers for our students to utilize. I do realize that our library area, that's a problem. Students actually being able to do things on campus and have events, that's been a continued issue. Our Greek life, it's a bunch of different things that are resources, but there's a hindrance that comes along with specific ones. Our students have, in my opinion, one of the greatest avenues to get to the next level with whatever career field it is. Our professors, our curriculum, we have the opportunity, we have the advancement. We just have to start really pushing people in those actual avenues instead of trying to let them figure it out on their own all the time.
That is true. Very true. Okay, and then the question is, how can students become more active on campus? You have those shy kids that are like, oh, I want to do that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I want to do that, but yeah, it's like, what advice would you give those students?
Well, my 3 golden rules, and I said this when I did my interview before I became president, when I was just a senator. See, I came in making noise. I came in making noise. But anytime I address a group of students, whether they be looking or actually going to join us here at TSU, set your goals, find your pride, get to work. Now, in those 3 items, there is no room for I don't know. See, one of the things that I've noticed as well, people have a tendency to be a little afraid to step out on faith sometimes and put themselves inside the system to do things because the fear of being told no, the fear of somebody saying something about it. We live in the age of technology. People want to record things and then make fun of it. I understand that, but that's something that I would have to really try to completely strip from their eyes. I want our students to be brave and bold enough to be themselves and be themselves in front of everybody. Don't say that you're a dynamic singer, but you're afraid to go join the vocal jazz ensemble.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that you can do all of these flips and twists and you have strength, but you don't want to be a cheerleader because you're afraid of what somebody's going to say. That's how I push my inspiration over to them. I've done just about everything that you can think of. Of the 167 campus organizations and then the many sports that we have on this campus, I've participated with just about all of them.
Really?
Just about. The only thing that I really have not, and I didn't do women's sports, of course. That didn't happen. I didn't play basketball. You know, anybody that went to one of the games that I was doing the free throw, they know why. But I did play football. I was a stunt man with the cheerleaders. I didn't do track and field, but you know, bowling, and I've just done I've done a lot.
Dibbled and dabbed.
Yeah, I've dibbled and dabbed.
I just think that students are afraid of judgment. You know?
Yeah, and they are. They are. So if somebody like me, I'm a non-traditional student, I'll be 35 this summer. If I can come in and just say, hey, let's do this and let's do that, and not have to worry about what somebody's going to say about it, because to be completely honest, people had an issue with me even trying to come for this position, but it turned out to be one of the greatest things. See, you have to be brave enough to stick to your guns, and that's what I want to really emphasize to our students.
Last question. What tips do you offer students who want to join SGA, but they don't know how?
Read the Bible. No, I keep telling people verbatim, if you want to be a member of the Student Government Association, you need to first read the Constitution. Constitution, by law, states that every student that is enrolled here, as defined in the Student Code of Conduct and in the preamble of the Constitution, every student that is recognized as a functioning student by the Registrar's Office of Texas Southern University, you are a member of SGA. Now, you're not an officer, you're a member. These are the rules and guidelines that you are governed by, so why not try to get in it and see, well, let me see what I can and cannot do. Let me look through this thing. That's the thing that I try to get them involved with, because how are you going to sit in a system that you don't know any of the rules, you know nothing about how things work, and if something goes wrong, then you want to try to find out. I try to give them that extra boost. We are not reactive people. We are proactive in nature. And that's why I push my administration, my executives will tell you, I am kind of pushy when it comes down to things like that. But I would rather ask for forgiveness instead of permission. That's the method with all of that. You have to give somebody something to stand on. Because if you don't, who's to say that if I just turn into a weakling tomorrow, some student that was looking at me as a port in their storm of their journey, they look at me as a weak, oh, it was fake. Why would I even do that? Why would I want to get involved with SGA? No, you never know who's watching you. I want them to get so involved I can't even sleep at night. I come in this office usually around 7:30 a.m. every morning, and sometimes I don't leave until after midnight. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. My chief of staff will tell you, there is no time that I'm really just away from here. I have to be drugged away from here.
Yeah.
But that's because I love this place so much. My family history was written in the walls of this place, all the way back to 47 when my cousin Ina was the Dean of Women and then the Dean of Students after that. TSU means more to me than just a collegiate career. This is home. So anybody that dares follow in these footsteps of greatness, whether you want to be a leader on campus, whether you want to step outside the box, create your own business, which is something that my chief of staff and I and a couple of our friends, we did. We created a business. I want them to start taking those chances. And if they need somebody as a support system, that's what we're here for.
I'm glad that I'm proud of everything that SGA has done and that you have done for our university and the students here.
Thank you so much.
So thank you for your time.
You are most welcome anytime.
And I appreciate you sitting down with us.
Oh, no problem.
It was a great interview.
Pleasure's
Thank
mine.
you.
You're welcome.